Hi everyone, this is Abigail Gonzales. I am going to be talking to you about real estate. So, the first chapter that you're going to be reviewing in your literature is going to be Introduction to the Real Estate Business. Now, what this is going to do for you is it's going to help you to understand the different careers that you can participate in, apply for, and that you would be qualified for because of your understanding in real estate, because there are a variety. The other piece that you want to make sure that you understand is what designates real property versus personal property, and things of that nature. Another piece that we want to make sure that we're able to help you to identify is the types of housing available. So again, this is all in the intro to the real estate business. Another piece that we want to make sure that you understand is what does it mean when we have freehold estates versus leasehold estates. So essentially purchasing property to in relationship to owning, obviously, or renting property and simply just taking possession. So we want to make sure you understand those concepts. And then it's really going to be important that you understand the history and the evolution of the fair housing laws. We really want to make sure that no one ever has any kind of room idea or situation in which they're dealing with discrimination. And then, of course, we want to make sure that you're able to converse and understand your market and those markets that you're supporting with those supply and demand principles. So the reality is going to be that you're going to read all of this information in your Unit 1, Introduction to the Real Estate Business. You're going to understand the terms of brokerage, what is the key roles within a brokerage, how does it work when you work with a larger brokerage, they have maybe hundreds of real estate professionals, or do you decide to work with a smaller boutique type brokerage where it's the QB and maybe a couple of your peers, right? We also want to make sure that we're helping you to understand the process of that transaction timeline as it relates to ideal transaction, right? Like everything from completing a comparable market analysis to give your customers, your clients, perspective on what's going on with the market, but also getting into an actual accepted contract, doing the due diligence phase with inspections and negotiations of repairs, up into the point that we're actually able to have the bank or the lender, the buyer, secure that appraisal. And what does that look like? What does that mean? And what kind of education does an appraiser have? We also want to make sure that you understand all of the different resource partners that exist in a real estate transaction. So everybody from maybe if you're in the renting, the leasing business, you're in property management, let's say. Well, what are those facets? What does that look like? And then, of course, what do lenders do? How does financing work? Again, these are tidbits of information so you understand, again, the real estate business. And of course, as you continue your education with us, we're going to give you specific and more detailed information. But we also want you to kind of get an idea of what this could relate to. So not only, property management, appraisal, financing, brokerage, but also what's a subdivision and development, and what is that process? How does one go about participating in that progress of the development of that land? And then, of course, other resource partners such as inspectors, the approach that you would take so you can assist these individuals with that counseling method to help them to understand the different scenarios and situations that could exist. And then one of the pieces that's going to be critical to your success is going to be where can you get your education so that way you can continue to thrive in this career. There's a lot of different other areas that we're also going to touch on. And again, these are all just concepts, the realities of what your career is going to look like in real estate. And so we're going to go everything from residential to commercial, mixed use properties, industrial, agricultural, special purposes, the different types of housings that are available. And so all of this information is going to be in your Unit 1, Introduction to the Real Estate Business. Of course, I'm available. If you have any questions, you can always reach out and contact me. But I feel like it's a really interesting read. However, of course, it is a lot. So again, if you have any questions, let me know.